Now, we mentioned the odds of winning Mega Millions, right? One in about 303 million. How about the odds of getting hit and killed by Chinese space junk? Yikes. Thank goodness your odds of winning the Mega Millions are actually a lot higher than that. But we mentioned this because a 25-ton Chinese rocket booster will likely crash onto Earth as early as tomorrow. No one knows exactly when or where, including the Chinese. According to the latest data from the Aerospace Corporation, the 25-ton rocket booster will enter the Earth's atmosphere tomorrow around 2:05 p.m. Eastern, give or take 5 hours. Now, luckily, your odds of getting crushed by the rocket are low. It's less than 1 in a billion. As we mentioned, winning the Mega Millions, 1 in 303 million, while your chances of being bitten by a shark, say, is 1 in 4 million. Unfortunately, that's a lot higher than both the rocket and Mega Millions. So, want to bring in Ken Kremer. He is the managing editor of SpaceUpClose.com. Ken, thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Ken,
I have a lottery ticket too.
Oh, you do? Have you already checked the numbers? Are you a winner?
I haven't. I'm listening to your conversation, so I haven't had a chance to check it yet.
Oh, the suspense. Well, Ken, at least you're more likely to win Mega Millions than be hit with space junk, right?
Yes, exactly. That's right. But we have to take it seriously because what the Chinese have done here is extremely irresponsible. They've launched this rocket, launching a space station module, and now it's coming back and there's an uncontrolled reentry. They're like the only country, is space power in the world, I should say, that does this. Everybody else controls the reentry and they dump them into the Pacific. So while your chances is maybe 1 in a billion, it's not zero. And the thing is, this is totally avoidable if they had programmed their rocket correctly.
Well, yeah. So in all seriousness, I mean, NASA has been calling on the Chinese for some time now to change their rocket design so that the pieces are small enough to burn up upon reentry and not be so dangerous. Really no movement on that. So can they just keep doing this to us?
They can and they will. In fact, this is going to happen again in October. So this was the second space station module they launched. There's another one coming up, the third one coming up around October. So the whole thing is going to happen again. Now, the Chinese, they're actually very capable, technically. They're able to build these space stations. They're able to land rovers on Mars with high precision. So to me, there's no reason why they cannot aim these rockets properly and bring them down in such a way that it wouldn't be harmful to people. So they can do it. They just choose not to. Why they choose not to is really, truly a mystery.
Is there any recourse?
Because they've generated a lot of ill will.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Ken, is there any recourse, or is it just we have to wait until they find the goodwill in their own hearts to make a redesign?
There is no recourse except to criticize them and hope that they change their ways. I just, they want to use space in positive ways, so I just don't understand why they keep doing this. And it just doesn't make any sense. They want international participation in their space station and their other space programs. They want to have a good reputation, but this gives them a bad reputation. So to me, it just doesn't make any sense.
Ken,
NASA
I hear you.
Them, other countries have, and rightly so.
I hear your bafflement. And can we talk a little bit about this rocket's current trajectory? We saw one potential path having it potentially hitting Salt Lake City. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, you have the diagram there. What that actually means is it's not just Salt Lake City, it's the whole southern half of the United States. In fact, where I'm at the Kennedy Space Center nearby, we're in that track in Florida. I think you're in Chicago, so you're okay according to that map. Europe is okay, but most of China, most of Africa, all of South America is all in that track. So it's not just one particular spot. It's like 80% of the Earth is in that track. 80% of the populated areas are in that track.
Okay, so in all seriousness, let's say, and this is my last question, but if this does come down on land instead of water, and fortunately it does seem more likely to come down in water than land, will we get any kind of warning? And how big is this? How catastrophic could it be if it lands in a populated area?
Well, if it landed in a populated area, it would be pretty bad. People could potentially die, property could be destroyed, buildings damaged. You know, it's 5 tons of space debris coming out and coming down at hundreds of miles an hour. So that's extremely dangerous. It's like
Ken, that's very
cruise
bleak.
hitting Ukraine and those apartment complexes and buildings. So it'd be extremely serious if you were in the way. So that's why it's irresponsible for them to do it, and I just can't understand why they keep doing that.
Ken, would we get warning before
We
that
will
happens?
get almost no warning at all because it all depends on the drag and the atmospheric density. So tomorrow morning, they're going to have another report out and they'll be able to refine it a little bit. So there'll be a slight warning of maybe an hour or so, maybe 2 hours, but that's about it. And it'll still be a very long track, thousands of miles. So no, there will never be any precise estimate of exactly where it's coming down.
Again, I'm smiling not because this is funny, but because this is such a bummer, quite frankly. Yeah. Can I learn something tonight? And if we can make a call here for the Chinese to not keep doing this, that would be great. That would be great. And if I could not do the story with you again in October, that would be wonderful. Ken Kremer, we certainly appreciate your time. Thank you so much.